Did you see the story on Fani Willis today, guys? Let me see if I can bring that headline up for you. Fani Willis down in Georgia somehow doesn't think that the law applies to her in any way, shape, or form. I think we knew that, right? About Fani, whose ethics have been breached, shall we say. Let's see. So this just crossing, Fani Willis saying that she is actually not going to be part of the hearing. This is from, I guess, a local publication there in Georgia. Fani Willis plans to defy subpoena and skip Senate hearing. The Fulton County District Attorney's fight with Georgia Republicans is expected to move to the courts. So she's not going to be part of that. You know, there's a lot of concern that she is just too compromised to actually do this job. And that's what this is centering around, just whether or not she kind of overstepped her authority, if you would, and by the way, had too much of a conflict of interest, etc. So she doesn't want to be part of that in any way, shape, or form. So Fani Willis saying, well, you know, I don't have to do that. But except you do, right? Because people are held in contempt of court. I mean, where's Steve Bannon right now? Guess what? He had to go to jail because he defied a subpoena. So Fani Willis, why can you defy the subpoena but no one else? The other thing that's important to know about Georgia is that just yesterday we got news, this was breaking in the New York Times, that they threw out 3 of the cases against Donald Trump. Really pretty amazing. They're throwing these things out, which tells you that there was nothing, like literally nothing there. And I'm troubled by it, because it does make you wonder about the interference issue once again. So they tied him up in courts. They made him sit there in the courtroom. Why? So he couldn't go to a rally. They couldn't campaign. They wanted to keep him off of the ballot, and they thought that somehow they'd be able to. Jesse Waters making a good point there on Fox just last night, saying like, look, can you imagine if he hadn't had to do that?
They had to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on lawyers because you guys were arresting him and prosecuting him on BS charges. If that money was better spent, then this would probably be a 49-state landslide victory, which I'm not predicting.
Wow. No, he's not predicting that. But again, I just want to go back to Michigan. You know, this is remarkable to see. He's up in Michigan, and I think that's going to continue. So Jesse Waters rightly saying, like, imagine what things would be like. Imagine if he hadn't had to go through all that hassle. I mean, the brand damage, right, that they've done to the guy, and the financial damage that they've done, and the sort of tying up of one's time, because you can't be campaigning if you got to be in the courtroom from 9 to 5 every day. It's wild. It really is. It's just wild to see.